4 steps to rebuild your life. I want to take you through the steps that I followed to take myself from the picture in the red box to the picture in the blue box. It was a long road. I was in a very bad place when I took the picture in the red box. Now I find myself in a very, very good place in the blue box, which was only taken a few months ago. So we are talking about years of difference here, but that's what it takes. That's what it is. It takes a long time to get yourself far ahead, and that's not to say that I haven't been far ahead in the years building up to that. But just every year I'm trying to push myself to be better, to get better, and to become my best self, and to move far away from where I was when I took that picture in the red box. And this is my first slideshow post. I hope you enjoy it. My first slideshow video, I should say. I hope it goes well. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm making this one an important one for me because I started this channel. I started posting content online because of what I'm going to go through in this slideshow. So let's just get right into the slideshow. And the first point I want to talk about is why I needed these steps. So I'm not going to give you the whole story, but a few years ago, I was in a very, very bad place, as you can see from this picture. I still look at this picture now and it brings up things. It reminds me of things that, wow, I was in such a hole. I was mentally broken. I just had no strength in my mind whatsoever. I was lost. I didn't know what to do with myself. I had no direction in life, and I had no strength to go do nothing either. So I remember a lot of the time in this period of my life, all I wanted to do was sleep. I'd be falling asleep on the sofa at like 8 o'clock, trying to stay in bed as long as possible, just so I didn't have to get up and face the day. I was physically weak. I'd let myself go. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't looking after my diet. And, I was skinny there. I was physically weak. I'd always been a gym person my whole life, but I had a lot of problems over a few years, family problems, a really bad breakup. I had a business going in England, which was, it was a struggle to get it off the ground. So just a lot of things culminated in me falling off and just kind of losing my way in life. I had no job and no money. So I left my business behind in England. I had alopecia in England. I was in a very bad place. I moved to Spain to get a fresh start, but it wasn't an easy start. Considering the situation I was in, I was, like I just said, mentally broken, physically weak. And then I moved to Spain. I had no job. I had no money. And because of the situation I was in, I couldn't get myself to go and work. I couldn't hold down a job. I didn't have enough strength or confidence in myself. So I was broke as well, just to add to the situation. Zero self-confidence. Like I said, I was just in a shell. I was a broken man. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I couldn't go out and work. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't socializing. It was around COVID times as well when I took this picture. So the lockdowns were happening, which just made things even worse, which actually at the time, considering the state I was in, I actually enjoyed not having to go out, but it was bad for everyone not being able to socialize, not being able to be around people. And then just to top it all off, self-care was dead. My haircuts, wasn't getting any haircuts. My beard was horrible. And, it's just everything. My self-care was dead. And that's the situation I was in a few years ago. And I took that picture, as you see there. And that was actually the picture that I took where I finally realized, wow, look at me. Like, what have I become? I'm weak. I'm skinny. I'm ugly. I'm broken physically and mentally. It's time for me to do something about this. It's time for me to act. And these 4 steps I'm going to go through with you today are some of the steps that I followed to rebuild my life. But like I said, look at that picture. Look at the points on this slideshow. And this is all true. I was living in a shitty house. I had no job or money. I had no confidence. I was broken mentally. I was weak physically. It was time to rebuild. And this was a rebuild from the ground up. And the first step of this rebuild, let's get into it, is to find your focus. To find your focus. So I had no direction in life. I was purposeless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. And the first step for me to kind of rebuild my life was establish a direction, establish a reason to, move on and rebuild myself. And I done a lot of research on, kind of finding your purpose and finding your passion and find your direction in life. And the best thing that I came across was the Ikigai framework. As you can see on the picture there, is a Japanese concept to find your reason of being. And it consists of answering four questions, like what do you love? What are you good at? What can you be paid for? And what the world needs. So there should be four kind of boxes, four circles. Fill them out with as many things as you can possibly imagine, and just, with your wildest dreams and things that you might even have an interest in, and things that you think you could love or learn to love, whatever you think that you could get good at. Just fill those four circles out as much as possible. And then anything that you can see that overlaps with each other, so kind of hits all 4 points of the circles, is something that you could go and pursue. And for me, my lists have changed throughout the years, but it's something I had always gone back to remind myself of the things that I've written down, things that I can, inspire myself again, I can push towards. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to do that. It gives you a clear vision of what you're looking at, what you're good at, and what you can move towards as well. And yeah, like I said, just really search your mind, spend some time on this exercise, because it's going to help get ideas out of your mind. It's going to remind yourself of what you're good at, things that you love, things that you think the world needs, and how you can be paid. And once you have established kind of the things that fulfill all four boxes, we can start moving on with, trying to pursue them. But the next step of rebuilding my life, once I had found this focus and a reason to move forward, was to then focus on my health. So like you saw in the previous photos, I was very weak there. I was broken, and it was time to rebuild myself. And that meant at least 3 workouts a week with intensity, with stretching, to pushing myself to really work hard and show up at least 3 times a week. I had to be disciplined. I had to push myself now, because I'd let myself slip for too long. And I would definitely recommend anyone out there who is in a similar situation to dedicate and really, spend time on building your health, working out. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. You could be going for runs. You could join a sports club. You could join a martial arts gym. Just commit time to exercising 3 times a week. And then on top of that is eating the healthy food, drinking water, not drinking loads of shit. It's not hard to realize, when you eat greasy, horrible, well, not horrible, they're tasty, but when you eat those greasy takeaway meals, you don't feel good after you've eaten them. You feel bad the next day. Your stomach might be turning or whatever. So, cut out or cut down on the bad food. Get yourself good food as much as possible. And that can just be simple meals, chicken and pasta and rice and turkey, whatever you want to make. Get your fruit and veg, get your eggs, and drink plenty of water. Make sure that you are fueling your body correctly with the good food and the optimal amount of water. And then quality sleep as well. Don't forget about your sleep. Your sleep is vital, is fundamental. Make sure you're not staying up at night playing Xbox or watching series and falling asleep on the sofa. Get yourself to bed at a reasonable time. Be in bed for a good amount of hours and get rested. Get quality sleep. Is going to help you feel good about yourself. It's going to help you, it's going to help your mental health. It's going to help your physical health. And it's something that we all need to dedicate time to, is dedicate energy, is to make sure our sleep is quality and that we get the good rest that we need. And then the grooming and the hygiene, just making yourself feel good. Haircuts, trimming your eyebrows, beard trims, and, cleaning your teeth and all this kind of stuff, is making yourself feel good, and you look good for other people as well. You smell nice, you look nice, and, it helps you feel good about yourself, and it helps other people think that you look good. So that's definitely something worth investing your time in. You're gonna feel the benefits when you've got a fresh trim and you feel on top of the world. So yeah, just stay on top of your grooming and your hygiene. Dedicate time every single week to stay on top of yourself, improve your health, And once your health improves, your mind improves as well, because they both are connected. And then the next point is to create good habits. So we're going to analyze and remove or cut down bad habits, gaming, drinking, late nights, drugs, that kind of stuff. And this is very important when you're in that position, when you've got nothing, when you are rebuilding. It is very important that you cut down on these bad habits, because you really need to start spending your time pushing yourself forward. I'm not saying that you can't ever play games or you can't ever go out for a drink, but we need to now readjust our focus and our time towards things that are going to push us forward, especially if you are in a position like I was in, where you have nothing, you're broken, and you really need to step on the gas now to get yourself moving forward. It is very important that you cut down on these bad habits and that you create new good ones. And you can use your Ikigai list to create those good habits. Maybe you've got skills that you want to try and learn, or there's books, podcasts, YouTube videos, things that you can read, and you can just push yourself forward in any different kind of way. And it is just making sure that you dedicate time every day to push yourself forward in these areas, at least 1%. I'll give you some examples. For me, when I moved to Spain, I wanted to make sure that I was spending time every day learning Spanish, because obviously I'm in Spain. I'm going to need to be able to learn Spanish. And I was learning online skills every day. So I was trying to learn. I did a digital marketing Google course. And from there, I tried to make theme pages, Etsy stores. I was just trying different things. I was looking at copywriting, trying to make money online. So yeah, just dedicate time every day, every week to learning new things and creating good habits, pushing yourself forward at least 1% daily. And then the last point of this slideshow is to make money. And like I said at the start of this video, I was broke and I had no job. I couldn't hold down a job. After sticking with this plan for a good few months, I was finally in the position to feel strong enough, feel confident enough to go push myself and get out into the workplace and push myself to offer services. And what did that look like? I was teaching online. I tried all sorts of different jobs until I finally found a English teaching job which was suited to me. It was part-time. I've had money coming in finally, and I still had the time and the energy to push forward with things that I wanted to do, because I wanted to create the freedom and create money myself. That is the ultimate goal. But I knew that I had to go out and work and to get some money coming in, just so I could really push forward in life a bit more. You can't do anything in this world without money, or you can do very little without money. So, and it's good for your self-worth to get money coming in, and you can progress with things. You can buy courses, you can buy training, education, whatever you want to do. You can push yourself forward when you've got some money coming in. And it's just about finding something that you can do. Maybe you've got a service that you can offer. Like I said, I was trying to get English teaching clients online. I tried all sorts of different things, Etsy stores, but maybe you've got a skill set where you can freelance your skills. Or maybe like myself, you just got to push yourself to go find a job that you don't hate with a burning passion, and maybe that doesn't take up all your time, and that you can half enjoy and still do other things outside of work. So I'm living in Spain, so teaching English to me was I was teaching English. I had confidence that I could do it, and teaching's not a bad job in the grand scheme of things. You got some kids that you got to deal with, but in the grand scheme of things, it's better than being a bar, or I've worked in a boatyard as well. I've done all sales jobs. It's better than all that for me. But in my current job, I'm a different job. I'm not an English teacher, but still, this job is it's demanding. But I'm making money. I'm making content, and I'm pushing myself forward. And like having money coming in is a major is a necessity. You need money coming in so you can really advance with life, so you can push forward and do more with yourself. And after you followed these steps for a good few months, you will feel strong enough and you feel capable enough to make money. And once you have that money coming in, your self worth is gonna go through the roof. So yeah, if you want to read my full book, there's more steps to follow. I tried more. There's more ways to improve yourself. There's more ways to push yourself forward. And in this book that I wrote, it's my own personal experiences here, people. This is my own book. I detail every single step that I took to really push myself forward internally and just in general life as well. And I know if you find yourself in any kind of similar situation that I was in when I wrote this book and I had to change my life, I'm certain that if you follow the steps and you really commit to, taking action on them, your life will improve. I'm certain of it. Buy the book now. It will get sent to your inbox straight away. If there's any issues, let me know. But yeah, get that book sent to your inbox, start reading people, and start pushing your life forward. You can do it. Like I said, this is the reason that I started this page, to help people who are in a similar situation to me, who feel hopeless, who feel lost, who feel like, life isn't good, or like, whatever, any kind of negative state that you're in. I want to help you people. And I know that this book can help you, because I know where I was at and I know where I am now. And everything is to do with what I'm doing right now, which is in this book. So go read the book. It's in the the description below. Let me know what you think of the video as well. Share this with someone that you think this could help. And I'll be back with you very soon, my people. Take it easy, and yeah, let's start pushing forward 1% daily.